All mental illness comes from the family of origin. Your son is an alcoholic. What role did you play in it? Your daughter is promiscuous. What role did you play in it? Your grandson has low self-esteem. What role did you play in it? Suki Hana not going to pull up. Suki a little afraid of King Kong. Suki is a little shy. She not going to pull up like that. Suki Hana is shy. If your husband can't stand King Kong, leave his ass and come be one of my wives. Lord have mercy. Leave that beta and come get. Leave that beta and leave that hater and come be with King Kong. I'm in the building. Stop texting me questions about whether or not I've met with Suki Hana. Please stop texting me questions about whether or not I have met with Suki Hana. No more questions, please, about whether or not I have met with Sister Suki Hana. That's none of your business. But no, we have not met as of yet. Miami, South Florida, I am here and I'm speaking today. Outdoors, Leo season, first lecture. My first lecture of the 2023 Leo season will be in Miami today, Saturday, July 29th. I will be at 2820 Northwest 167th Place. 2820 Northwest 167th Place. 2820 Northwest 167th Place in Miami Gardens, Florida. Let me say this, brothers and sisters. I do not support the rainbow agenda. We know this. I do not support the transformer agenda. We know this. But I do want to say this. I will never repudiate or reject a child for falling victim to the propaganda of the Rainbow Army or the transformer agenda. I won't do that. As much as I do not support those agendas, I will never castigate a child for having fallen victim, been manipulated into joining one of those armies. I'm saying this because I'm hearing black men with gay sons. I'm hearing black men with transgendered children say that they have disowned their children. I rebuke you. I rebuke you. I rebuke you. No parent has the right to dismiss a child for making an un-African decision or being manipulated into joining an un-African agenda. You have no right to distance yourself from your child. You have no right to reject your child. You have no right to condemn your child. That is still a child. That is still a child. That is still your child. And guess what? Because I know after 30 years of studying black child mental health, I know after 30 years of studying black child mental health, no black girl, no black boy joins the Rainbow Militia. There's no black boy or no black girl who will join the Rainbow Militia if they did not have identity issues, self-esteem issues, or sexual issues that are rooted in their family of origin. I'm going to say it again. Any black boy or girl who gets recruited into the Transformer militia, they don't end up in that militia if they didn't have identity issues, self-esteem issues, or sexual issues rooted in the family of origin. So how dare a black man or black woman say they're going to reject their rainbow or transformer child because they don't agree with the lifestyle, I beg your pardon? Do you realize you played a role in your son becoming a rainbow? Do you realize you played a role in your daughter becoming a transformer? Maybe if you didn't emotionally abuse your daughter, she may have never considered transforming. Maybe if you didn't emotionally abuse your son, he would have never felt he needed the love of another man. Maybe if you didn't abandon your children for another relationship, maybe if you spent more time with your children than your homies or your girlfriends, they would have never been left around mentally ill adults who would sexually abuse and molest them, sowing the seeds for later life recruitment into those armies and militias. Brothers and sisters, don't ever turn your back on an African child. Don't ever turn your back on an African child. I have two beautiful daughters. God forbid, ancestors forbid, they get drafted into the Rainbow Army, the Snow Puppy Army, or the Transformer Army. But if that happened, I'm not repudiating my child. They're going to know I don't agree. They're going to know I don't agree. But I'm not rejecting them and dismissing them from my life, not at all. Because I have to look for the role that I played intentionally or accidentally in the creation of the circumstances that allowed my two beautiful children to become a victim of the Rainbow Militia, the Transformer Militia, or the Snow Puppy Militia. Stop throwing your children away. Just because they made a wrong turn don't mean they can't make a right turn a little bit later. Just because your child made a wrong turn today doesn't mean they can't make the right turn tomorrow. People walk into those communities and people walk out of those communities. But I want you to know one thing for sure and two things for certain. If your son or daughter is a rainbow or a transformer, if your son or daughter is a rainbow or a transformer, you played a role in it. The family system, the family unit, the family environment is the soil in which all mental illness seeds are planted, harvested, and nurtured. I'm going to say it again. I need you to understand, overstand, and understand. I'm going to say it again. I want you to understand, overstand, and understand. I'm going to say it again. All mental illness comes from the family of origin. All mental illness comes from the family of origin. Your son is an alcoholic. What role did you play in it? Your daughter is promiscuous. What role did you play in it? Your grandson has low self-esteem. What role did you play in it? Your granddaughter has bulimia or a related eating disorder. What did you do to make that black girl think she was so unattractive that she had to go on an eating binge or starve herself almost to death to look better than what she looks now? What did you do, Grandma, to mess with your grandbaby's self-esteem that she's now a bulimic? She's now a purger of food. She's now starving herself to fit in some little underwear because you made her feel her natural African curves were so unattractive. Don't talk to me about dismissing no children. Don't talk to me. Your son is a... Your 15-year-old is touching little kids. Your 10-year-old is touching little kids. Well, do you think he just woke up doing that? Do you think he had a dream and the demons possessed him to start touching little kids in the neighborhood? Either he was touched or he experienced emotional abandonment, so he forced himself on a child who could not refuse his emotional advances. Every problem comes from the family. It comes from your immediate family. It comes from your extended family. It comes from your neighborhood family. And although I am anti-transformer, don't get me wrong, I grew up watching the Transformers, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee. I like the Constructicons, the Decepticons. I like the Transformers. Remember, what's the Transformer that was a little auto tape? It was a little tape that you put in the radio. The little tape Transformers, and they pop out and they get on their feet. I also like the dinosaur Transformers, the Dinobots. I was a big Dinobot, big Bumblebee, Optimus Prime. Also the fire truck Transformer. I liked him. You feel me? I love the Transformers, brothers and sisters, but I do not support the Transformer agenda in the black community. There's more than meets the eye. Fellas, you got to be careful out here on these streets. You got to be careful out here on these streets. Sisters, you got to be careful out here on these streets. Sisters, you got to be careful out here on these streets. But I'm talking about the children. Miami, Florida, I am in the building. Miami, Florida, I am in the building. South Florida, I am in the building, and I want to see all of my South Florida Africans, all of my Caribbean Africans and continental Africans who live in Florida. I want to see my Puerto Rican Africans, Dominican Africans, Cuban Africans, my Bahamian Africans, my Belizean Africans, my Brazilian Africans. I want to see all my South Florida Africans today at 2720 Northwest 67th Terrace, 67th Place, Miami Gardens. It's an outdoor celebration of African culture, history, life, and resistance. I said it is an outdoor celebration. Food, vendors, music, performers, and it's the first lecture of Leo season. First lecture of Leo season. I respect Miss Jane Elliott. I don't have any problems with Miss Jane Elliott. But there's nothing she's teaching I didn't already teach you. There's nothing she's teaching that I didn't already teach you. The problem with you 21st century Negropeans, the problem with you 21st century Negropeans, the problem with you 21st century Negropeans, you don't listen until a white person tells you. Somebody sent me an article the other day. Somebody sent me the article other day that the psychiatric medication they give to black children is dangerous. I've been telling you that for 30 years. Somebody sent me an article the other day that they're trying to normalize. I've been telling you that for 30 years. Somebody sent me an article the other day that the reading disability has been based on faulty evidence. I've been telling you that for 30 years, but you're acting like it's new information because the Caucasian is bringing it to you. Brothers and sisters, this is Intercontinental Ifa Tunde coming to you live from Miami Gardens, Florida. Coming to you live from Miami Gardens, Florida. I'm coming to you live from Miami Gardens, Florida. Come on out today. The event is being sponsored by the Direct Descendants of Africans Enslaved in America organization. Text me into the fly. I'm not into designer clothing. I don't need designer clothing. I'm not a capitalist Negro. I don't worship European clothing. You feel me? I rocks dashikis, brothers and sisters. I rocks dashikis. In fact, I'm talking to my Miami queens. What dashiki do the Miami queens want me to wear today? What dashiki do the Miami queens want me? I'm talking to the South Florida queens. What dashiki do the South Florida queens want me to wear? What dashiki do the South Florida queens want me to wear today, brothers? What dashiki? What else we got in here? What else? Where my other dashikis at? Should I go with the all-white dashiki? I could go with the all-white. What dashiki do my South Florida queens want me to wear today? Stop worrying about Sukihana. Stop worrying about Sukihana, brothers and sisters. It's consciousness before the cookies. It's politics before the punani. It's revolution before romance. It's institutions before intimacy, brothers. And it's business before the bedroom. Stop worrying about Sukihana. Stay focused on the revolution. Stay focused on the revolution. Stay focused on the revolution. Stay focused. What dashiki am I wearing today? I need y'all to stay focused on the revolution right now. It's Leo season, Garvey season, Nat Turner season, brothers and sisters. Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Nashville, Tennessee. I don't see you often, but I'm coming. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Nashville, Tennessee. Y'all ready for this? Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm going to see you 911. Tulsa, Oklahoma, I'm pulling up with the Fred Hampton Gun Club on September the 11th. They don't want to give us reparations. We going to take reparations. That's right. They threw out the reparations lawsuit for the last survivors of the Tulsa race massacre of May 1921. The courts disrespected our elders and threw out the reparations lawsuit in Tulsa. So we pulling up. September 11th, there will be a rally. September 11th, the Fred Hampton Gun Club and the Prince of Pan-Africanism is coming to Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. Put it on your calendar. 911. It's going to be reparations or revolution. It's going to be reparations or revolution. We telling the federal courts, we telling the state courts, we telling the local courts, the municipal courts. It's going to be reparations for Tulsa, Oklahoma, or it's going to be revolution for Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's going to be reparations or revolution. Mark your calendars. Where my Oklahoma Africans at? Where my Oklahoma Africans at? Where my Oklahoma Africans at? Pull up to Tulsa on September the 11th. I got to hop in the shower, get me something to eat, get my mind right. I'm going to head over. Leo season, debut lecture. I'm in the building. No more hating. Congratulate. Black queens, if your husband is a Ifa Tunde hater, if your husband is a Ifa Tunde hater, if your husband is an Ifa Tunde hater, come and be one of my wives. Come and be. If your husband can't stand King Kong, leave his ass and come be one of my wives. Lord have mercy. Leave that beta and come get. Leave that beta and leave that hater and come be with King Kong. I'm in the building. I'm on assignment from the ancestors. If you think I care about a hater, you don't know me. I am on a divine mission for African redemption. I am on a divine mission for African redemption. I am on a divine mission for African redemption. We finishing up the HVAC. We finishing up the HVAC. We finishing up the HVAC, and we are looking for the grand opening of the FDMG Academy, Kwanzaa Week. Who's coming to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy community grand opening the last week of December? Who is coming to the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy community grand opening December 26th to January 1st? December 26th to January the 1st. December 26th to January the 1st. Fly into Philadelphia and drive 20 minutes to the school. I said fly into Philadelphia and drive 20 minutes to the school. Oh, yes. And we're going to have an awards banquet at the local hotel. We're going to have an awards banquet, the grand opening Kwanzaa Week celebration for FDMG. There will be an awards banquet. Oh, yes. And it will be black tie or African formal affair. Oh, yes. We're going to celebrate the elders. All the elders are getting celebrated with their FDMG crystal statue. I said all the elders are getting celebrated with their own FDMG crystal statue. I said all the elders are going to be celebrated at the grand opening gala of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, December the 26th to January the 1st of 2023. Oh yes, I'm putting on my tuxedo. I'm going to get the white jacket with the black tie, with the white shirt, with the black pants, and I'm taking a picture with every 5'5" thick in the thigh queen who pulls up to the FDMG gala. I am the King Kong of consciousness. I do what I want. Stop the hate, brothers and sisters. Who coming to the gala? Who coming to the FDMG gala? Ladies, put that fitted dress on with them heels, with that natural nappy hair, smelling all good, with that lipstick. Oh, yes. Put the slow music on. I need the slow drag with 10 queens in a row. I said, put 10 slow drags on so I can slow drag with my FDMG supporters. It's going to be off the hook. It's going to be King Kong consciousness. It's going to be intercontinental Ifa Tunde. We wanted a school for our boys. We're going to give y'all a school for the... Oh, yes. The most requested scholar is also an institution builder. The most requested black scholar on earth is an institution builder. The most requested scholar on earth don't have a YouTube page. The most requested scholar on earth ain't sitting around making YouTube videos every day. Oh, no. FDMG Gala is going to be off the hook. We're going to have red carpet pull-up season. Pull up. Sisters, bring out that natural hair. Please wear your natural hair to the FDMG Gala. Put that dress on with that, with that skin and that caramel and that fudge and that sweet brown sugar, that African lemon. Oh, Lord have mercy. Put the slow music on. I said, put the slow songs on and let me get lost in the middle of the dance floor with a 5'5" thick in the thigh, voluptuous. I'm just playing around, brothers and sisters. I'm just playing around. But we will be having that gala at the grand opening. So ladies, when you come to the fellas, make sure you bring you some African formal or that tuxedo. Because you know King Kong going to be looking good. You know how I do when I throw the tuxedo on. So you know how that's going. Hit the Cash App. We need funds to fund the grand opening. We need your donations to fund the grand opening. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $ FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit the PayPal. My international Africans, I want to see you at the gala. I want my curvy Nigerian queens to fly into Philadelphia and come to the FDMG Gala in Wilmington, Delaware. I want my Botswana queens. I want my Zulu queens in South Africa. I want my Tanzanian queens. I want my Malawian queens and kings. I want my brothers from Liberia and my brothers from the Gambia and my brothers from the Congo. I want my Barbadian queens and kings. I want my Bahamian kings and queens. I want my Brazilian kings and queens. Oh, yeah, my Turks and Caicos and my Guadeloupe and my Aruba and Curacao kings and queens. I want to see the whole African diaspora December the 26th to January the 1st, FDMG Community Grand Opening Celebration and Black Gala. Lord have mercy. Red carpet, roll out the red carpet. I'm taking a picture with every sister who pull up. Black man, don't worry. I'm not going to take your wife. I'm just going to take a picture. I don't want your baby mama. I'm just going to take a picture because she looks beautiful. You understand? But don't get out of line, my brother. Don't get out of line because I'll give her an offer she can't refuse. I said, don't get out of line. But anyway, brothers and sisters, I'm in Miami right now. I'm in Miami, Florida right now. I speak in 3 hours and 15 minutes. I have to take the stage in 3 hours and 15 minutes, 4 o'clock on the dot, South Florida, be in the building, 2820 Northwest 67th. 2820 Northwest. Let me double check that address. Let me double check. Yep, 167th. 2820 Northwest 167th, 2820 Northwest 167th, 2820 Northwest 167th Terrace today in Miami. The program is happening now. I speak at 4. The program is happening now. I speak at 4. 2820 Northwest 167th Terrace. 2820 Northwest 167th Terrace, brothers and sisters. You don't know my phone number? I had the same number for 18 years. I've had the same phone number for 18 years since I went to Africa in 2005 and met up with the ancestors at the Goree Island slave dungeon in Senegal, and you don't know my number? How you don't know my number and it's been the same for 18 years? Help me understand how you don't know my number and it's been the same for 18 years. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. Stop asking about Suki Hana, brothers and sisters. Let Suki live. Let Suki live. Let her live, okay? We can't force no changes in nobody. Let the sister evolve in her space. She said she would, so we just wait. Maybe she'll pull up today for a picture with the prince. Maybe Suki Hana will pull up to 2820 Northwest 167th Terrace for a picture with the prince. But we're not here for that. Okay? There's a time and a place, and this ain't the time for no Ifa Tunde Suki Hana conversations. This ain't the time for that, brothers and sisters. I'm here to build with my family today. The direct descendants of Africans enslaved in America has a celebration, and the whole African diaspora is invited. This is not an anti-immigrant organization that I have been invited to speak for. This is not an anti-African immigrant organization. I want to see my Haitian Africans, my continental Africans. I want to see everybody today. Bring the children, bring the elders to 2820 Northwest 167th Terrace. I speak at 4, brothers and sisters. I speak at 4. Two 215-989-9858. I'm not getting into that. Like Mystical said, it ain't my fault. Mystical, No Limit Records. He said, it ain't my fault I'm the baddest man in black consciousness. It ain't my fault I'm the baddest man on YouTube. It ain't my fault I'm the king of TikTok. It ain't my fault I'm one of the greatest Pan-Africanists of all time. It ain't my fault I'm the best black school psychologist of all time. It ain't my fault I'm one of the 10 best public speakers the African race has ever produced. It ain't my fault that the queens love the king. It ain't my fault, like Mystical said. It ain't my fault I was born in Leo season. It ain't my fault I'm born 4 days after Marcus Garvey. It ain't my fault I'm born on the anniversary of the Nat Turner War in the Haitian Revolution. It ain't my fault I'm related to Frederick Douglass. It ain't my fault, brothers and sisters. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? It ain't my fault. Somebody purring in the comments. Who purring in the comments? Stop purring, baby. Stop purring. Come to the lecture today. Consciousness over cookie. Stop purring, my beautiful Africans. Alpha males. Alpha male masculinity. The notorious RBG. That's right. That's me, brothers and sisters. The notorious RBG. I don't know who Myron is, my brother. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Miami, pull up. Fort Lauderdale, pull up. Hollywood, pull up. West Palm Beach, pull up. Orlando, pull up. King Kong is in the building. I don't use Johnson no more. Ifa Tunde. Podcast interview, text my phone for the podcast interview. Text my phone for the podcast interview. Text my phone if you want to schedule me for podcast, radio, documentary interview. There is a cost, brothers and sisters. I'm not free no more. I was free for 10 years. I'm not free no more. 215-989-9858. New York City, August the 17th, Garvey Day. Atlanta, Georgia, August 19th, Garvey Day. Tulsa, Oklahoma, September 11th, Reparations of Revolution. Nashville, Tennessee, September the 15th for the Football Classic. St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, August the 26th. Suki Hana not going to pull up. Suki a little afraid of King Kong. Suki is a little shy. She not going to pull up like that. Suki Hana is shy. She don't want to stand face to face with the King Kong yet. We got to give her some time. Give this sister some time. I'm about to leave y'all, but I want to say this. I got to get in the shower and get out of here. I'm thinking about doing a black male-female relationship traveling symposium. What do y'all think about that? Where we come out to each city and I will be the moderator and black men and black women can talk about the relationship crisis in our community. What do y'all think about that? What do you think about a Dr. Umar black male-female relationship community town hall conversation? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? Town hall conversation, male-female relationships. How can we heal the divide? Or do you think it will cause more tension than we already have? Are people going to come there to get off their toxic energy? Or are people going to come to really solve problems? Are y'all going to come with an African frame of mind, or do y'all just want to come to beat up on black women and black women coming to beat up on black men? Is it going to be productive, brothers and sisters? Is it going to be productive, brothers and sisters? Is it going to be productive? I'm the psychologist. I'm the therapist, so I can be the moderator. I will have a female to co-moderate. I will have a female to co-moderate. I will have a female to co-moderate, and we can go from city to city. What do y'all think about that? I'm not going to speak on Hassan Campbell. That brother needs some deep trauma therapy. I wish the best for Hassan Campbell. I hope Hassan Campbell finds him a good black sexual trauma expert for some trauma-based therapy. Hassan Campbell needs therapy. I'm not going to disrespect the brother. I'm not going to throw him under the bus. Hassan Campbell needs therapy. He's using YouTube as his therapy. YouTube is not therapy, Hassan. YouTube is not therapy, Hassan. You need some deep-seated trauma-based therapy because you have been through some trauma. I wish Hassan Campbell the best. I wish him the best, family. I ain't got nothing but positive vibrations today. I'm in Miami. I'm going to get me some Miami barbecue, some Miami seafood. Some of my Afro-Cuban queens is coming through. Some of my Afro-Miami queens. Some of my Afro-Haitian queen. The kings is pulling up. (2820) Northwest 167th Terrace in Miami Gardens. 2820 Northwest 167th Terrace in Miami Gardens. I want that conch, that Miami conch fish. Where's the best African restaurant in Miami? Where's the best African restaurant in Miami? Where's the best soul food restaurant in Miami? Text it to my phone, 2159. Chicago tomorrow at 4 o'clock. I told you already, my brother. Chicago tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Bantu Festival, King Kong.